Thank you for joining us. This is Business Incorporated. I'm Chimizi Obi Iwago. On the show today, Mo Ibrahim Foundation ranks Nigeria 33 out of 54 countries in overall governance in Africa. UK-based off-grid power company B-Box to enter 2 new African markets in partnership with France's EDF Group next year. And UAE's Rat Gas signs oil and gas deal with Tanzania's semi-autonomous region of Zanzibar. We'll begin the show with the markets and starting off here on the continent. And here in Nigeria, the oil share index was in the green, 0.93% at intraday. The reverse is the case in South Africa, with the index trending 0.67% lower at intraday. The EGX 30 in Egypt was up 0.52%, while the KM Bourse closed 0.22% lower on Monday. And the markets in the Middle East are largely negative at intraday, except the Dubai index, which was 1.06% up. The Abu Dhabi index was 0.32% lower, while the Qatar index was also 0.28% down. The Saudi index slipped 0.19% also at intraday. We cross over now to Europe, where stocks were slightly lower earlier on as investors monitored a flurry of earnings results and the Eurozone GDP data. Well, let's cross over now to the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, where Daniel Cope will give us more details of developments in that region. Hello, Daniel. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us again. A beautiful day.
Yeah, good afternoon from Frankfurt. Not really a beautiful day here. When you talk about the weather, at least, it's rainy and cold and outside, yes. But still, we are in good spirit here at the Frankfurt Stock Exchange.
Sure, but here, it's warm out here. Anyway, let's get the show started with Eurozone GDP data, which showed growth slowed more than expected. Is this data moving sentiment to other markets today?
Well, it's certainly not helping here during the trading day, that's for sure. The Eurostat was reporting today that the growth of the European economy is declining by 0.2%. The biggest problem child, again, Italy. This is really giving investors quite some concern how this country will develop in the future. When you take a look at the blue chip index DAX, we are at least not really that bad in the red right now. Let me take a close look. A small minus at this moment of minus 0.05%. So pretty much the same level as we were closing last night at 5:30 p.m. The main reason why we are not doing as well as today, because we are getting quite some earning reports here at the moment, and those are not that good. When you talk about some companies, we'll talk about some about the winner and the loser in just a second.
Let's look at some corporate news there. Volkswagen and Lufthansa, both DAX 30 companies, opened their book with promising and not promising reports. What can you tell us?
Yeah, exactly. Those are two very interesting companies to talk about. The big winner today, Volkswagen, a strong plus. They came out with their sales numbers. They were reporting that their sales revenue rose 2.7% to a level of 174.6 billion euros. All of this is happening despite the company is having issues at the moment to make sure that all of their cars are passing the very tough emission tests that are now here in place. Finally, we have to say, after the Dieselgate scandal. So a strong plus there. Analysts are pretty optimistic that also those numbers will be pretty good until the end of the year. And the big loser today, and it's really a big loser, is Germany's biggest carrier, Lufthansa. They have had lots of issues during the summer, lots of problems with airplanes not on time and also being canceled. I was taking a closer look at the numbers. 18,000 flights, Lufthansa flights, have been canceled during the summer. This is really a lot, way too much. And yeah, analysts are not happy at the moment with the performance of the carrier. The other issue And the other problem that the airline is dealing at the moment with is that the cost for fuel has been going up. And this has really been giving the share price of Lufthansa quite some problems during the year. During the last year, Lufthansa shares were the top performer here at the blue chip index. They made a big jump up. And now this year, it's a completely different picture. The highest amount that the Lufthansa shares were traded this year was still at a level of about 31 euros. Now it went down also with the news today to a level of only 18 euros. So very strong nerves are needed for Lufthansa shareholders at the moment.
Well, let's talk about China. The country has announced that they will have the purchase taxes for cars. Why this step and who is benefiting?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it seems to be the case that the Chinese automobile sector is not doing that well. Chinese people are not really buying as many cars as the Chinese government would like them to purchase. So now they're saying that they are going to reduce, well, actually half the taxes when you buy a new car in China. They're hoping that with this, the sales numbers would go up again, and other companies, other car makers are also benefiting with this news. Volkswagen, Daimler, and Mercedes and BMW, and all their effort is always very big in China. For them, the Chinese market is extremely important. And after this news was breaking, and that's the other reason why also the Volkswagen shares are up at the moment, their numbers went up. So yeah, they're liking this news and hoping that many Chinese customers are interested in buying a German car as well.
All right, thank you for your time, Daniel. Hope to see you tomorrow.